Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. It's new build day, and from the folks over at Deagostini Collectibles, I bring to you the Jeff Gordon's Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Now I have to say, I saw the finished version of this car at New York Comic Con, and if you just see some of this video footage here, it looks absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, of all the displays that were on the plimps, that one had the most crowds around it. And now, being a Brit from the UK, I thought, what's this NASCAR all about? As a matter of fact, what's Jeff Gordon all about? Well, let me tell you all about him. Now, just for transparency, Deagostini Collectibles have sent me this build to build on the channel. Jeff Gordon, a NASCAR legend, piloted the Chevrolet Monte Carlo to 4 Cup Series championships in 1995, 97, 98 and 2001, with the 1997 season in the number 24 DuPont Rainbow Warriors car standing out, securing 10 wins and the title. Built by Hendrick Motorsports, the Monte Carlo featured a 358 cubic inch V8 and a bold aerodynamic design, excelling on tracks like Martinsville and North Wilkesboro. Gordon's success in this car, paired with its iconic rainbow paint scheme, cemented both the legacy and the Monte Carlo status of one of NASCAR's most celebrated nameplates. And I didn't know that they don't even have headlights, so you learn things. You need to keep the weight light in this car. This is now available from Deagostini Collectibles, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the brochure, tell you all about the car. Then we've got the first 2 stages here, and we'll be able to start that. Now, if you want to get this for yourself, I have put a link in the video description, as you can see there. Make sure you use that link. It just tells the folks over at Deagostini Collectibles that you've come from the World of Wayne YouTube channel. Let's take a look at the brochure. Now, this is actually a fold-out brochure looking like this, so I've got to figure out which way it goes, but this is the opening first, and it tells you all about the magazines. Now, each stage does have its own magazine. All the assembly instructions are going to be in that magazine as well, looking like this. Opening it out again, wow, look at this. What a colourful car. Okay, it's 61.5 centimetres in length. Which is 24.2 inches for you folks over the pond. Obviously, it's a 1.8 car. We've got lights and sounds activated using a remote control, so we haven't got to press any switches in there. Obviously, it's a accuracy replicated Hendrick Motorsports engine under the collapsible hood. That looks pretty cool. The trunk opens to reveal the fuel lines and the extinguisher. We've got articulated wheels that turn, the interior package with details, driver's seat, pedals, manual transmission, etc. That's all there. The bodywork carries the original sponsorship decals, as you can see there. The glassless driver's side window, just with this safety netting on there, and includes Jeff Gordon's signature above the door, as you can see. Wow. It is metal and ABS parts. Now, at the time of doing this video, these are the free gifts. Now, these may change if you are watching this in the future, but at the moment, we get a mug, a cap, and look at this. On the third gift that we get is the display case for it, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Now, obviously, you saw this opening out. This is going to open out into a massive poster. I'm likely to believe this is scale size, you know, because look at it. It's ginormous. It's big. It's big. I don't know, that might be slightly bigger than scale size. What do you think? But great poster to put on the walls there. But I think we are ready to go. So, starting new build day, without further ado, let's get cracking. So we're going to start with stage 1, and this is the magazine. As I said, every stage gives you its own magazine, and if you are new to NASCAR or new to Jeff Gordon, then everything you need to know is in here. This is a lexicon of information regarding NASCAR and stuff like that. We start with the front end. We've got the bonnet here. We've got some details to put in there as well. Now, I will talk you through everything you're going to need when you start building this, but we're going to be putting this together just like that. And it's just giving us some more details about what we get in the build there, what it looks like at the end. Okay, and before I put this down on the workbench, I'm going to use my head, the international unit and measure, just so you can see how big this is. This is how big the bonnet is. Now, this is all metal, so you can imagine how heavy this actually is, but check out the detailing on that. That looks absolutely brilliant, and that's what it looks like from the other side. Look, even the details on the other side. Now's the time you might want to get yourself some magnifying glasses just like this, because we've got something fiddly to do right at the very start. And that is, I just need to open up these catch surrounds here. And the reason being is, look, that's one of the catches. Now, hopefully you can see this. There is 2 larger holes in that. We need them because we're going to be putting some screws in them. And in fact, we're going to be doing that 4 times, because if I show you the bonnet again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to need to put them in position on this. And I'm going to be screwing them in with ZM screws. Now, this is a Wera PH0 screwdriver. You can use any PH0 screwdriver, but that's going to be able to manage how tiny these screws are, as you can see. And I'm holding it like a pen. And that's going to be the easiest way to get control of the screws. So put this into place. It's a little bit hard because it is on a tilt, and this is why I've got my magnifying glasses on. Get that lined up and screw that in. Now, once you've screwed it a little bit there, you should be able to get that into position. Now, we're going into metal, so it is going to be tough to screw it in. Now, you can use this without oil, but I always put a little bit of oil just on the end of my screws that are going into metal, because it will make your life easier when it comes to screwing in. Now, this one's got oil on it, so if I tighten that, look how easy that is to do. See, that's in all the way, no effort, no problems. This one I didn't put oil on. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm having to go a little bit harder on that to get it in. That's why I use oil. So I'm going to do the same with the other 3. So this is the last screw just going in here. And as you can see, that is how that's looking. Perfect. Now we do have these parts here left over. 1, 2, and some grills, but that's all there is to do in that stage. So that brings us swiftly on to magazine 2, or stage 2. Again, here's the magazine with all the articles about NASCAR, Jeff Gordon and other drivers as well. And as you can see here, we've got the front bumper. We've also got a screwdriver, so you don't have to go out and get your other screwdriver. You'll be able to get this in this pack here, some screws and some more grill and frame, vent frame there. So putting this together just like that. So some quite big bulky pieces that we're doing to start off with. Once again, to give you an idea of size, that is how big this actually is. So just taking everything out again, look at the detailing on that. That's brilliant. All of this has been put on for us already. That's what it looks like from the other side. This is all metal. Here is our screwdriver that comes with it. We've got some screws and some grills here. So if you have a look at this grill, it's already got a bend on it. That is just going to be going over this smiling section at the top here, just like this. Make sure you put it in the right way. It's going to be held in with 3 YM screws. Now there's only 1 set of screws that come in this stage. Each stage will have its own different screws. Now with the screws, if it ends in an M, chances are it's going into metal. If it ends in a P, it's going into plastic. So you'll know which ones to put oil on when you're screwing it in. But 1 going in there, 1 in the middle, and then finally just 1 at this end here. So that grill is going nowhere. Now we've got this other large bit of mesh here, which is going to go over the front here, just like that. Again, this had a slight bend in it, so as you can see, so I can put that on like that. Make sure it's in the recess, because I've got a frame to put on here, which again has got a bend in it. That's going to go on the top. Now what we want to do is we want to attach the middle screws first. Now these are the same YM screws. So 1 there, and 1 just at the top there. Once you've got the center ones in, you know that that's not really going to go anywhere now. Then I can put 2 in at this end. Remember, those magnifying glasses here are your friend. Now, you want them tight, but don't have them too tight or you're going to deform the metal. They just really want to be tight enough just to hold that mesh into place. So that's perfect. I'm just going to loosen this one actually. Just a touch, so I haven't got that deformity there. Perfect. Just do this side. And the last one just going in here. Perfect. And that is that grill in place. All that's left to do is we're going to do exactly the same thing on this side here. And again, the meshes here do have a bend in them. So we want to match the bend with how this is on here, just like that. When you put the frame in, you want the screw heads to be facing upwards, as you can see there. Now it takes 4 screws on each corner, and that looks brilliant. Do the same on the other side. And this is the last screw just going into here. That looks perfect. So there you go. And with that completed, that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. And there you go. So in the first pack, that's what we get. It's probably the most colourful build that we're doing as well. Pretty cool. But I think this is going to get a lot of interest because I know there's a lot of NASCAR fans out there. Once again, if you do want to do this for yourself, I have put a link in the video description. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.